This is Sylvia Carrizales with TejanoNation.net, and we are here talking with Nathan Acosta, who just signed with Freddie Records, and also with JT or JTE?
JT Entertainment.
JT Entertainment, thank you. And so there's a lot of exciting things going on in his life right now. You're only, how old are you?
18 years old.
Okay. And so obviously, are you still in school?
Yes, ma'am. I still go to school.
Where do you go to school?
I go to McCullum High School.
Okay. So obviously, you know, there's a lot going on, and he's young, and everyone's excited, you know, about him and his music. And I just listened to his first, it's going to be your debut single, right? Solo. And it's really good. I don't know, just like I was telling you off camera before, I like the intro and the outro, and just the way, I don't know, you just like, you feel the music, and I don't know, you're so young, but I know Jesse Turner wrote the song and produced it. So, but you sing, how do you sing with such passion for, you're only 18? I mean, what have you got, what have you actually gone through? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, because you're singing about heartbreak, heartache and loss. Where does that like emotion come from?
No, well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Sylvia, for having me on the show.
Definitely.
Thank you to Tejano Nation. And no, that feeling, I don't know, it just comes within me. Obviously, from experience, there's some deep pain and some hurt, past trauma.
Already in your life?
Yeah. But, yeah, and then all my inspirations, my favorite singers, they have that powerful way of expressing themselves.
Who are some of those singers?
Some of my favorite, like Bruno Mars, Julian Alvarez, Elvis Presley, Intocable, obviously, a few.
Yeah. the song Solo, it kind of has like an Intocable sound to it, but your voice is totally different than from anything that's out there. So, and being so young, but you sing with such passion. So, it's going to be a good record if you keep, producing or releasing songs like that. But basically, how did this all get started for you? Because I heard it was Jesse who came to you, or how did it happen?
Yes. Pretty much, I was just on social media. I would just record myself playing my accordion, playing my guitar, singing. I would just post videos. And for that reason, just to show everybody my talent, share my talent with everyone. And then that was kind of the goal, is to be seen by somebody, but I didn't think it would be Jesse Turner, And so,
did you know who he was?
Oh yes, of course. I've looked up to Siggno. That style of music. That's what I've admired since I was a little boy. So Siggno is like one of my favorites. So yeah, actually it was back in October. I posted a Siggno cover of Está Lloviendo, and I remember because I don't know, I just felt like Turner would like reach out to me. I figured maybe he would like let me play the accordion at a concert or something, And I posted the song, I tagged him, whatever. The next day, I was just at home, bored, and I get a call, and I pick up, and she's like, "This is Yvette, Siggno's manager." And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" Yeah. So, yeah, she's like, Turner wants to meet with you. He saw your video, and we're playing this weekend in San Antonio. And I was like, damn. She was like, would you be down to come? And I was like, of course. Let me get ready as soon as possible.
I'll be there right now, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, I went downtown. It was at Sunset Station. I will never forget it. And Siggno played. I watched the show, and afterwards, Turner just wanted to meet with me, just talk. Afterwards, we went to a hotel. And we talked for about an hour, and he just wanted to get to know me, my story. And I remember he asked me specifically, he was like, I want to know why you went missing. And we're like...
Oh, wait, okay, so that's what... I was going to ask you about that, because it's almost like a year to the day of that happening, because when I was researching you right now, I saw that, and I was like, is that him? And then... So you were missing basically a year ago.
Yeah, actually,
tomorrow is going to be...
a year ago to
so,
day.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, yeah, so whenever I was talking to him, I explained to him during that time, I felt really lonely, I was going through, of course, teenage things, girls. I was really heartbroken, devastated, and just not only that, I just felt like lost, I was like losing interest in everything, my friends and going out. And so, yeah, I mean, one day I got tired, I had a very impulsive moment. Thankfully I didn't do nothing worse, but I just said, screw it, I'm out, I just went walking. I just left my phone, I left everything behind, and I just went walking, kept walking, and
'Cause I remember, reading that in the Post. They said he left his phone, and I mean, so many people were worried about you. So you could, I guess, the good thing that came out of that is you could tell how many people actually, really loved and cared about you, and they were genuinely concerned. Like, we want to find him. And so you were walking, and then what happened?
no, yeah, I was just walking until I came to a realization, like, what am I doing? This life's more to life than being sad over a girl, for sure. So,
But I remember at that age, everything seems like it is the end of the world.
sure.
So
But yeah, so I eventually ended up getting back home. But yeah, that's the story I told Turner, and and
he's nosy, huh? No, I'm just kidding.
right? Like, I was so caught off guard with him. That was like the first question he had for me.
Really?
But yeah, I was like nervous to tell him, but afterwards he made me feel like not so bad about it, and he made me feel like there's nothing to be ashamed of. He told me his story about his story's way worse, and
We can talk about that later then. No.
yeah, but I'm saying, like, thank God I didn't do nothing major. That's that I'm still here today and doing all this. But yeah,
It's one of those things that happens, but I guess you're going to have to get used to the fact that for you, though, since you're going to be, well known and in the public eye, people are going to know about that. So,
sure.
we've had our stuff happen, but we're regular people. So are you ready for that? You think that kind of scrutiny or people watching you? And
well, in the beginning, yeah, it was it's a little embarrassing, but more so with Turner and the team I have behind me. It's life goes on. Stuff happens, and
yeah, you do have a good team.
yes, but yeah, you embrace those things more than anything. You embrace the bad experiences in life and turn those into positive things, which is how solo came about.
I was going to say, it sounds like the song because, you're walking. And
yeah, so after I told Turner the story that night, and we had a moment, little tears were shed, and we kind of just shared information. The next day, he sends me a video, and I'll never forget. I was in second period at school, and this dude sends me a video, and he's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "Same thing I just told you. Like, I just wanted to let you know, like, I was thinking about your story, and how we really should embrace those bad experiences in life, turns into something positive. So if you wouldn't mind, I wrote this song about you." And I was already caught off guard because, like, Turner writing a song about me. He's like, okay.
And it was the next day?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was, like the next day or 2 days after. And yeah, he just started singing it, and I was like,
Wow.
oh. It was like if he knew exactly everything I was feeling in that moment, So it just resonated really well with me, and yeah.
And that's how Solo came about?
Yeah.
Wow, that's an amazing story. And I guess what has it meant having Jesse Turner as kind of your mentor and guiding you?
Man, it's still so surreal, hard to believe, because like I said, I've looked up to Siggno and Jesse since I remember being like 8 or 9 years old, and that Siggno En Vivo album had just came out, and I would just play that in the truck over and over, and like it was like mind blowing, like how a norteño band could sound like like a rock band, it sounded like a mega group. And yeah, so like I always looked up to him. I never thought, I imagined I would get to work with him, but I never thought he would be so close to me, a mentor, and I'm just so grateful for everything he's done, and thankful to everybody he's introduced me to. Yeah, just enjoying the ride.
That's awesome. And like we were saying, it's just starting. And I guess, so let's start with your beginning. I guess, like, when did you know that you wanted to do music, that it was more than just a hobby for you, I guess,
Ever since I can remember, I just remember being a little kid and singing along to the radio, because growing up in San Antonio, that's all you hear on the radio, Tejano music. And so, of course, on Sundays, the carne asadas, like the barbecues, that's all that would be playing. And I would get my little toy accordion from the pulga, and just mimic whatever was on the radio, and that's how my love for interest kind of grew. And then when I turned 9 years old is whenever my abuelo, he bought me an accordion, and I would
real one,
yeah, expensive one, and I would mess around with it. I would try, but accordion's really hard, and
I
thought I would never get it. So the accordion sat there probably for about 2 or 3 years.
Really?
And then whenever I was 12, I was like, man, my abuelo didn't buy this for me for nothing, you know, I gotta get something out of this. And I just went on YouTube and I was like, how to play accordion.
Really?
Boom, like in 2 days, tragos amargos, you know, so like,
What?
yeah.
Really? So you taught yourself?
Well, the phone taught me, I guess, but yeah, but
That's
yeah,
amazing.
I mean, I guess if you look for it, you know, there's always sources to ways to figure things out.
So did you ever have formal lessons or anything like that? Or
Yeah, so after that, luckily I've been blessed to know a lot of people in the music industry, a lot of friends, and so I took music lessons from Marcos Orozco, was accordion player actually, Joao Vasquez, un saludo para él if he's watching us. Good friends, you know, I never really got like specific lessons. I would just get like pointers here and there, like, from Evo Barajas, another great friend of mine that I've just been blessed with a lot of great friends to get to know great people, and they just, you know, share wisdom and their experiences with me, and that's everything.
That's good. It just sounds like the music is in you because it just comes naturally. It sounds like you've been trained, you know, you've had lessons. Does the music come from within you? I mean,
Yes, actually, it's in my blood. My grandpa, he has a band still to this day for over 40 years. Los Cachis de Casimiro Castro. My grandpa, he's, you know, I do music because of him. That's the whole reason. Growing up, I was a little kid, I would see him perform, you know, his truck with all his equipment. It's just so cool, you know, like who wouldn't want to have their own band and travel around.
he plays the accordion too? Or?
My grandpa sings and plays guitar, so yeah, that's where singing, you know, I would just play accordion and he would just be like, man, you gotta sing, like what are you gonna do, just play accordion?
Just stand there.
Yeah.
Well, some people do that, but yeah, there's the few, I guess, the lucky, talented ones like you that can sing and do accordion. Who are some of your accordion player kind of idol or influences?
Accordion wise, really, when I saw Ricky Munoz, Pentocable, I was like, man, that's what I want to do. Just because he was like, he's the leader of that mega band, you know. And
Have you met him?
I've not personally, but I've said hi to him.
Really?
It's been cool. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I look up to everybody. A big influence of mine, Steve Jordan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Listen to that guy. I just want to give up the accordion, you know. Yeah,
He was something else, yeah.
for sure. Ramon Ayala, you know, just on and on. I love all types of music. I'm not glued to just one specific style.
So since you're still in school, are you a senior or?
Yes.
Okay. How have your friends and like how have they treated you? Have they treated you different at school, or do they tease you, or do they know what's going on in your life? And
Yeah. Now, I'm actually a quiet person. You know, at school I don't really bug nobody, but those who know, they know. You know, they don't really bug me. But thankfully everybody's been really supportive, and all my friends, all my family, they've been very supportive of everything I've been doing, and yeah, that means everything to me, you know, just sharing, liking, everything that involves supporting me, that means the world.
that's awesome. And how do you think you're going to handle doing this on a full-time basis, like touring and recording, interviews, all of this? Like, how do you think you're going to handle that?
Well, it's something I've always wanted to handle, you know, since I was a little kid. I've looked up to all this stuff, but it's definitely, now that I'm having to do it, it's different, you know. It's a lot of pressure, nerves, all of the above, but I'm loving it, you know. Right now it's still hard because of school and everything.
Yes.
But 2 more months. 2 more months.
You got to graduate first. And I read also that you called your mom your biggest fan. Is that true? Your mom?
Oh yeah, for sure. My mom. At times, you know, to me it doesn't seem like that because moms know best, you know, and it's even if it may not seem like that in the moment, they do. So I'm very grateful to have her and all her wisdom, and she just always knows. She knows what's best for me at the end of the day.
That's awesome. And then, so I first saw you from Fanfare. I didn't get to go to Fanfare, but I saw you on a video, playing in front of that big crowd, and then it was raining and everything. What was that like? And then I saw, Jennifer come out, and what is it like, getting to perform now with some of these big names that you're on stage with them now, sharing the stage? What is that like?
Very nerve-wracking, very nerve-wracking, but I just feel super grateful and blessed for the opportunity that Turner and Jennifer have allowed me to be a part of this tour, and thank you to the JT Entertainment crew for allowing me to be a part. I just feel grateful to be able to get on that stage, out there in front of Fanfare. There's so many people, just I was just looking out and I could just see people. Like I just couldn't see the end.
Do you get nervous? Do you get stage fright or anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. Before
You couldn't tell, though.
before going on, it's really like, you know, I'm just trying to like talk myself into it and just get myself in the right state of mind. But yeah, once I get up there, it's like it's all easy, soothing from there.
That's awesome. And I guess, do you want to say anything to the fans, or I don't know how much you can tell us about how the rest of your album is going to be like, the style of music, or can you say anything about that?
For sure. The style of music is just, you know, more my roots, norteño, regional Mexicano, you know. I want to obviously stick to what I love, that more ranchera style, but also experimenting in different genres, you know, not just norteño, maybe some banda, you know, some mariachi, something different, you know. So there's going to be a lot of different stuff on this album for sure. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And I guess just anything you want to say to the fans, or people are just, you know, getting to know you. What do you want to say to people who don't really know you and haven't heard you? What would you want to say to them?
Well, to the fans, I just want to say thank you for supporting, you know, coming out to the shows. That means the world. To everybody who's getting to know me, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm a real reserved, quiet boy, as you could tell. Yeah, but
that's good, though.
But music really, it brings out everybody says my alter ego, you know, like, because this is just what I love, and this is the only thing I've ever been good at, you know, and so yeah, you'll be getting to know me more and more of my persona through music and performing.
That's awesome. Yeah, because at Fanfare you were just like on fire playing all the classics, and I was like, wow, who is this kid, you know? And because people sometimes hype up an artist before they, you know, get out there, right. But you're living up to the hype, so that's good. And I don't know, anything else you want to say that I didn't talk about, or just first of all, you know, your song is really good, so I'm excited to hear the rest, you know, what else you're gonna come out with. And I guess just you know, what are you doing? Tell us what you're doing this weekend, and have you been to Mexico before to perform?
Oh yeah, so this weekend we're headed to San Luis Potosí with Jennifer Pena on her tour. It's my first time in Mexico, so and I've always wanted to go, so it's gonna be an experience for sure. Now, before anything, I just wanted to say thank you to Jennifer for allowing me to be a part of her tour, to Turner for allowing me to become a part of the team, to the JT Entertainment crew, to Freddie Records for the opportunity. You know, feel super blessed. I'm a very blessed 18-year-old, you know.
You are.
Not many teenagers get to have these experiences.
Did you grow up speaking Spanish and English? Because your Spanish is, you know, really good. Do you speak it fluently, Spanish?
Well, growing up, I was just really English, but with the music, I've just realized, like, it's vital, you know, you gotta know Spanish. Not only that, like, how are you gonna feel a song if you don't know what you're saying, you know, like,
that's true.
Yeah, so, yeah, learning Spanish is very important, very important.
All right, well, I just want to thank you for taking time out to be, you know, with the Tejano Nation, and hopefully, you know, we'll keep up with you. Don't forget about us when you get big, you know, remember us, but it's been nice meeting you, and thank you so much.